Welcome to Nutella Vella. I'm Adrian Fort,
And I'm Dalton Gentry.
and we're here for,
A little bit of variety?
it's my line,
Yeah. You know what's disappointing?
a little bit of variety.
You know what's disappointing?
Huh?
Last week was the 50th episode of Variety Hour. In
Really?
true fashion, we didn't even acknowledge it.
No idea.
It wasn't until I was uploading it on like Wednesday morning, I'm like, would you look at that? Probably should have addressed that, but we didn't.
I don't think you're correct.
It is.
I don't know. I don't think you're right.
This is the 50th episode of the second reiteration of Variety Hour.
Yeah, I don't think you're right.
100% correct.
I think this is the 50th.
No, this is 51. I numbered them.
No, I think you're wrong.
Okay,
No.
that's fair. Usually you do think I'm wrong.
Normally you are.
Well, to be fair, yes. But in this one specific situation, I know I'm right.
Dalton's been on a bit of a run.
I've been on a hot streak, man. It's been a good one. Anyway,
We got new stuff. We redid the Patreon.
we did. Cleaned it up a little bit, made
Do
some
you have the
changes.
list? I came up with the list.
Oh,
I don't
it's
remember
fine.
any of it.
Of course I do. I'm sure it's not right, but I have it.
It's probably not.
Anyway.
So on the first of every month, at the $1 Patreon level, Adrian publishes a poem to Patreon.
Absolutely. $2 level on the 5th, you get a Dalton poem.
At the $5 level on the 15th
15th?
of every month, I've been sort of dabbling in creative nonfiction, just telling stories from my life, and I'm going to be uploading those on the 15th of every month.
All original works, by the way. These are
Yes.
something we're writing by the month.
Yes.
For the $10 amount per month, on the 25th, you will receive an essay, and that will alternate between an essay from Adrian and an essay from Dalton month to month.
Yeah. At the $20 mark, due by the 15th of any month, you can choose either Dalton or myself to respond to a poem, a 300-word response of up to 50 lines of your poetry.
Yeah, we'll talk about your poetry a little bit. Give
Yeah.
you a little bit of a heads up, see how you're going.
I thought you were talking to me there. It was confusing.
I'm here to be confusing. And for the $40 amount, you can again choose myself or Adrian, and we will provide a 500-word response to one of your short stories of up to 5,000 words, also due by the 15th, so we have time frame so we can get a response back to you.
Yeah.
We changed some things around, made it a little bit more up to date to
Well,
what we do.
we made it a little bit. So we had been treating Patreon a lot like a tip jar.
Yeah.
Right? And so this way, there's something going on there, right? Versus just sort of our Patreon existing.
Yes.
So,
Try to give a little bit more back to the people who help us get to the point we are now.
yeah.
Anyway. So last week,
You've got some stories.
I've got stories. I've seen some things. Last week I was unemployed. I'm not anymore, technically. I start a new job in a couple days.
Okay.
I'm going to be a convenience man.
Okay.
I'm literally taking Josh's old job.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's a paycheck.
Your tone of voice leads me to believe it's not fine.
It's fine.
No, say it again.
It's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine. Monday. Let me tell you about my Monday.
Let me tell you the one thing I know about women. When a woman says it's fine, it is not fine.
It's fine.
I didn't say Dalton.
It's fine.
I was passing on wisdom to any young men that might be watching.
So let me tell you about my Monday.
Your Monday.
So
Was it fine?
I wake up Monday. I had myself my unemployed weekend. Did great, by the way. Didn't do anything I didn't want to do.
Wonderful opportunity.
I enjoyed the opportunity of unemployment. It's one of the things they don't tell you about unemployment. It's the hours. You're gonna be unemployed all the time, man. No matter what you do, you're gonna feel like a piece of shit. Sleep in a little bit, well, you're unemployed. Good for you. Forget to take the trash out, unemployed. All week. But anyway, Monday, I woke up and I decided to make some calls. I'm like, well, time to address this problem. I called a local hotel in St. Joseph. It's a Motel 6 because it was that bad it needs to be addressed. And I said,
Is
hey.
it the one right on Belt?
Yeah. Frederick.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, is it on
right
Frederick?
behind the Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I went. But anyway, so in I go. Not in I go. I call. I say, hey, I saw this job ad. Can I come in maybe
So
for
I
an
says to
interview?
him, I says, hey, I says.
And the gentleman on the phone says, yeah, come on in. It's a paper application. Fill it out. I'm like, all right, I'll be there in an hour or so. So, I clean up, go on out there, fill out the application. Gentleman looks at it. He's like, so what hours are you looking to work? I've got this and this available. I'm like, well, this 3 to 11 would be great, but I can do overnights. I've done it before. He's like, all right, could you come in at 11 p.m. tonight? I'm like, sure.
That's hint number one.
It should have been that red flag, the initial one. Sure, I
Can you come in at 11 tonight? I will never see you again, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, but
I
no
can make
thank
it happen. I'm an unemployed man. I'm not supposed to be picky. I'll take it. So I go home and I go to sleep, and I show up at 10:45. Get there.
I don't
early.
understand this. You can just go home and go to sleep?
Yeah.
Dalton, I've been up for 48 hours because I can't sleep when I'm supposed to sleep.
Nah, I can sleep anywhere.
You can just go home and go to sleep in the middle of the day.
I literally woke up at 10 a.m., called this hotel,
Went to the interview.
went to the interview at about 2 or so, went home, went to sleep. It's fine.
How did you fall asleep?
I can sleep anywhere. It doesn't bother me. But anyway, so I get there.
Okay.
Red flag number 2 is I walk in and I walk up to the counter and the woman working there, I say, hey, my name's Dalton. I'm here. I'm supposed to be starting today. And she's like, oh, honey, just run now. I'm like,
Never a good sign.
that's bold. Come to find out, this hotel has recently been purchased. It was corporate run from Motel 6, and now it is a franchise. It is independently run and operated, but it's still under the Motel 6 moniker. If Motel 6 is watching, please do something. This is awful. I was informed, and at no point in time did I work. I just kind of stood there while people complained and talked about how terrible things were. Everyone was leaving by the end of the week. That's why they hired me on the spot, because no one wanted to stay there. There was no paperwork anymore. Like, I was supposed to learn the night audit. I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to be here to learn. They're like, there is no audit anymore. There's nothing. There's no paperwork. These owners are doing nothing. The owner was supposed to meet me there, the manager, whatever he is. They're like, yeah, he lives here. He's not coming down. We can't get him down here in an emergency situation. He's not going to come down here and train you. He lied to you. That's fine. Like, okay. So where do we go from here? We continue talking a little bit. It's to the point they're not even cleaning the hotel rooms anymore. They're trying to pay the patrons an extra $20 basically if you just clean their room before you leave.
What?
Yeah. If you just make the bed before you leave.
They'll hand you a 20 spot.
Yeah, they'll take 20 off your bill. I was supposed to, let's say if somebody comes in, let's say the room was $60 for the night. I was supposed to tell them it was 80. And if they paid me 80, pocket the 20 so the manager could come in and take it later.
What?
100%. If they complained about the price, at that point I was supposed to drop it down to the $60 amount. But I was always supposed to inflate it by $20 so the manager could get an extra 20 out of it.
Okay, so I've stayed in $100 a night hotels. Not bad places.
Okay.
I've seen that Motel 6. Not worth the 60.
No. So the rooms are uncleaned. I'm supposed to be overcharging the guests.
In cash.
In cash. If anybody complains about anything, I'm essentially supposed to just tell them to leave. Not our problem. And, I guess management has no documentation of anything. So, the woman who I took over for that night was, almost in tears because I guess the manager had been in multiple times throughout the day and just took cash from the register. And she has no idea how much she's supposed to have. She's $250 short, but there's no paper trail, so she can't document anything. And you have to sign an agreement with them that anything that you are short on that register comes out of your paycheck. So she's assuming she's just not getting paid for the week because the manager just came in and took the money. So I stayed there for 2 hours. And at about 1 a.m., I said, you know what? I'm not doing this. Nice to meet you all. You all seem like very nice people. But I'm leaving. I'm taking all my paperwork with me because I'm not giving these people any of my information. And I left. And I have never heard back from them. Didn't even give me a call the next morning and be like, hey, you were supposed to be here. No, nothing.
Dalton, this is where you and I differ. To me, that sounds like a golden opportunity.
For what?
For the fact that all I have to do is show up. A, I get to be a prick to absolutely anybody, and it's cool. B, I do minimum labor. I'm turning things around. C, by the time everyone does leave, and I'm the only person there, guess what, baby? You gots to have me. What kind of money are we talking?
No, not doing it. Another fear that I didn't bring up when I first came in, like, because I had to, clock in. I basically just had to write my time down because they have no clock-in system. All the other employees were taking pictures of their timesheets every time they wrote something down because they had no idea if they were even getting paid.
Oh, I would be getting paid.
Because there was no documentation whatsoever. So, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, Adrian would be getting paid.
So, there I am again. Worked 2 hours. Had to drive back home and be like, hello, Megan. I'm unemployed again. It was a good run. Just wasn't for me. I have never felt worse in my life than going home after working a 2-hour shift and being like, you know what? Unemployment was better. Let's just wing it a little bit longer.
I couldn't do it anymore. Dalton, you were there 2 hours. I know.
I genuinely text her at midnight. I'm like, so we have a problem. I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm about ready to lose it on shift. Like, this is insane. This is Twilight Zone. I cannot
You made it
describe
2 hours.
So, like, on the second hour, I'm like, no, I'm done with this.
That sounds like a golden opportunity, Dalton. You get away with anything there. You can run all the experiments you want.
I'm good.
You could have run all the experiments you wanted.
No, I'm good.
All the social experiments you could have ever desired.
No, you can't do a social experiment there because within the 2 hours that I was there, did not see a single person who was not under the influence of meth.
Best people to do experiments on.
No. One of the guys was telling me that they had somebody come into the lobby to use the bathroom. He says, there's no public restroom here. You can either get a room or there's a Denny's literally across the parking lot. You can use their restroom 24/7. And the guy just angrily decided to piss all over the counter. I'm not doing that.
Do you have any idea how easy it is to beat the hell out of somebody's face when they're taking a piss?
Not doing it.
Oh yeah, I've had to clean up. I've had to clean up so much piss in my life that I would love to catch somebody pissing on a counter, and I get to claim self-defense because I don't know what's in that urine.
Not doing it. Man.
I would love that opportunity.
So I left, and I got a new job the next day as a convenience man. Gonna work at the convenience store.
A convenience man.
A convenience man.
That sounds like the guy who works in the bathrooms at really expensive restaurants.
Okay.
The
Actually,
convenience man?
convenience man, that's where they get con man from. It's the shortened version of convenience man.
Really?
Absolutely so. I just think it's got a nice little ring to it. It's a lot better than I'm a gas station attendant. So I keep telling people I'm a convenience man.
It sounds like you spray cologne on people after they take a dump.
So essentially, instead of checking people into their hotel room, I deal with them when they want a snack later because it's going to be the same clientele. Yeah.
That sounds like a wonderful opportunity, Dalton.
They're hiring. I guarantee right now, if we called them, they would start you at 11. We could go in right now and you could experience it.
I might have to take you up on that.
I take the camera with you. I even told Josh when I get home, like, listen, just call them tomorrow. They'll hire you on the spot. Just go in. Just experience
Just
it.
wear a GoPro.
Just give it a try. But no, it was the weirdest experience of my life. The people who were actually working there had already planned to leave, and they're like giving me lists of like, these are all the other places hiring in town. Like, we've already applied. We're all leaving. And they're like, I feel bad that you got wrangled into this, but like, no, don't do it, man. It's bad news. So yeah, that was my Monday.
I would have been the guy that terrified the manager to take cash out of his drawer.
Yeah?
You know, Bernie, I'm going to be counting this later. Better all be there. Or I'm taking it out of your drawer.
Not doing it.
That sounds like a wonderful...
No.
Make them fire you.
No.
Make them fire you.
No, I'm not doing that. So...
I would take that opportunity to be such a prick that the guy who has no options has to say, I can't deal with him anymore. I can't do it.
Like, I wholeheartedly, like, the next day I woke up and, like, I gotten away from it, and then I thought about it again. I'm like, I feel like I should call, like, the corporate office and be like, listen, I don't know how this is going to help.
Let's get a room there.
But, like, woof.
We'll do it for Bantam.
I'm not sleeping in that hotel.
We don't have to sleep there. No one sleeps there.
Whoa, no. No.
We'll get interviews with meth heads.
I'm not bringing bed bugs anywhere. No. That's not happening.
All right.
Plus, it's going to be an extra $20 because I know the trick.
Yeah, we would get the room for 60, make the bed, leave for 40.
If I understood correctly, like, I guess if you complained long enough, as long as they had vacancy, they'd basically give you the room for free. You just had to continue to complain long enough. My other big concern was, like,
Let's go get free board.
anytime you have to do, like, a refund on a credit card, it doesn't process, but you're supposed to tell them it did.
What?
Yeah. Like, you swipe their credit card, and it gives you an error message, and you're like, all right, it'll be on there in 2 to 3 days. Basically, to get them out of town, and then they don't get their money.
Does anyone have that on paper?
Not on paper, I wouldn't imagine, but, like, I am wholeheartedly, I was there, this is what they told me to do. This is the standard operating procedure under these new managers. And, like, I feel like I should call Motel 6, like, corporate office, and be like, listen, we need to address this.
It's August in St. Joe. The Kansas City Chiefs are bringing 15,000 people a day to St. Joe. They can't clean things up for a month?
Nope. Well, they just bought it the month before. They literally owned it for like the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, so guess what? You don't get to go home this month.
I mean, honestly,
You just bought a hotel.
good profit to be made.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I was there Monday night, 11 p.m., and there were like 3 or 4 rooms left.
How many total?
I don't know.
Do you have a ballpark?
200? Because it is an entire complex, and they also have a secondary complex that they built as well.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
When was that? Has that been there forever?
I don't know. But they have a second, like, basically building now. For
Wow.
more rooms. So, like, yeah, there's money to be made there, but, like, whoever these people are who are running it are just, like, I don't know. I assume they sold enough meth that they're like, you know what? We should just buy this whole place. We're living here anyway. So, yeah, I'm not doing it.
I haven't slept in months.
I'm not doing it. Not a chance, man.
That sounds
Noped
like
out
a
of
golden
that.
opportunity
No.
to me.
I noped out of that situation. And I was kind of excited because, like, overnight at a hotel, I'm like, okay, so I've literally found the easiest job humanly possible. I'm going to deal with maybe 3 or 4 people a night, and I'm going to sit there alone. I can read my books. I could take the laptop in, do some editing.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't, but I could. But no, there's not a chance I'm doing that.
Yeah.
No way, man. But I mean, if you want to go get a room there, I mean, we could take the camera right now and start driving.
Sounds like a golden opportunity.
We can experience it. Unfortunately, I think they might recognize me. Like, oh, you're the guy who worked here for 2 hours. Set a new record.
There's no way they recognize you.
I think they do. I think they do. And like, that's,
All sorts of people come in there looking like you, I'm sure.
it's the downfall. It's like the people who were working there were incredibly nice. Like,
Yeah.
I got along great with them. Like, that's what I said at the end. I'm like, I really would have liked to work with you. You guys seem really nice. But like, nope, not doing it. Out the door I went.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's your only story?
that was my week. I'm sorry. I wish I had something more exciting, but I've been unemployed.
Me too.
Yeah. Got tickets to the Chiefs game tomorrow. Gonna go see a preseason game, see what that's all about.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's good.
Yeah. What's Adrian been doing with life?
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you haven't really slept.
you know.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Not particularly, but I guess I will. I busted hump yesterday. I got all my stuff done. I got a hell of a workout in. Got home and thought I was gonna, simmer down. But Dalton is unemployed. Dalton's got no money. Dalton wants to text Adrian and say, hey, make sure you pick up that Patreon money because Dalton's got to pay rent.
It's a simple request.
So this is the second time since he's been back with the channel that he's gotten the entire Patreon payout, right?
Okay. I didn't realize that, but yeah, I guess you're right.
I told you that. You don't pay attention
No.
because you have a complex about you.
You start talking about numbers, I tone out.
Start doing things for you and just expect it.
You could honestly give me like $20 and tell me that was it. I'd be like, all right, bad month.
I don't know how numbers work.
Honestly, that really was the best job ever for me. Like, I didn't even have to count the money. Just be like, we made this much. Anyway.
So I normally go to sleep about 9. But 9's when the bank opens. So Adrian's got to pick up the money. So Adrian goes to the bank. There are 9 people in line. 9 people, single teller. On a Friday. Who schedules like that? At a bank. When do people get paid, Dalton?
Friday.
Fridays.
Same people running the hotel are running the banks now.
I'm in line for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. 45 minutes I'm in line. I get home. I decide it's 10 o'clock. I still got a little bit of work to do.
Okay.
I'm going to walk to the McDonald's and get me some breakfast of champions. Couple of breakfast burritos.
Okay.
Yeah?
I like me some sausage burritos.
Have you ever had Taco Bell breakfast?
No, God, no.
I think you'd like it.
Oh, no.
So, I get my breakfast of champions. I finish up my work on some poetry. I'm on my way back, and they start construction. They start construction on the road outside my apartment because it's daytime when everyone else in the living world is awake, but Adrian's supposed to be going to sleep. Sounds like fighter jets. I don't know what they're doing. Sounds like fighter jets. Until 1 p.m. 1 p.m. they stop. Of course, my apartment number and the building number, they have the same number, 209. So, anytime somebody gets a package, right at my door. Right at my door. So now I don't even bother putting clothes on. I open the door in my underwear all the time. Not mine, pal. What do you mean it's not yours? What's the number on the package? You know? So I go back to bed. I go back to sleep. And I forget my phone. It's on vibrate. I never had my phone on vibrate. I don't know why it was on vibrate. But it was. Bzzzt, 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 bzzzt. I pick it up, I look at it. It looks vaguely familiar. Got the right area code. I don't save anyone's number. So I answer it. It's my gym. My gym, the gym to which I have a membership. You know what they're trying to do, Dalton?
What are they trying to do, Adrian?
They're trying to sell me a gym membership.
Take them up on it?
I took them up on some cursing.
Did you? Fair enough.
Every other week, I've got to tell these people, I've got a membership to your gym. Leave me the hell alone. So I hang that up. Starting to go to sleep. Starting to fall asleep maybe a little bit. Starting to feel all right. Starting to relax. He's not going away.
No?
Adrian's got to go to the door. He's not going away.
He knows you're in there.
I got UPS coming to my door. I got FedEx coming to my door. I got the regular ass mailman coming to my door. I got everybody coming to my door. Everybody. All of a sudden, it's 4 p.m. Adrian's still awake. He's gotten 3 deliveries, no packages. 3 deliveries, nothing for him. Couple calls from the gym, a few curse words.
So a good day altogether, right?
I haven't slept in 48 hours? 36 hours at least. I'm Daltoning right now. I don't have the numbers.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, so it's a good day.
That's why my eyes look like this.
I don't have trouble sleeping through anything, man. It doesn't bother me. You were in my fantasy football league for approximately 6 days.
16 minutes.
And we have a Facebook group chat. There's 11...
At the time, Adrian had a Facebook.
At the time, Adrian had a Facebook. There are
No
11
more.
people, 10 people plus one we call him our sheriff, in the chat. And it's
Why
just...
do you call him sheriff?
Because he used to be a league member, and he actually just dropped out, so we basically kept him in as kind of
commissioner?
Not a commissioner, because our commissioner won't give up his power, thanks, Dick. He's there to settle disputes. He's basically doing the commissioner's
like a
work,
commissioner.
but he doesn't get any of the commissioner's power. I suggested this year that we just start drawing the commissioner's name out of the hat and be like, you run the league this year, just to see what would happen. A little spice to it. But anyway, 11 people into the chat. Every single time someone sends one of those messages, I get the bing Facebook noise, which is what led you to leave in 16 minutes, because you said, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what I said. I think I sent you a text message saying, I'm not doing this. Take me out.
Yep.
I didn't know how to leave the group.
All
I
you
didn't
had to
know
do
what
was push the mute button, and you were fine, but it's fine. But no, I leave my phone on, so full volume. I woke up the other morning, I think I had 130 text messages, so 130 bings. And, like, Megan's just sitting in bed staring at me. She's like, I hate football season. That is going to stop. No, I slept right through it. Didn't even bother me. People knock on my door. Cars exploding in the parking lot. I'll sleep right through it. So, you know. It's on you for being tired, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Sleep through anything, but it's the silence that makes you uncomfortable.
Silence makes me uncomfortable. I actually do have to have noise when I sleep. Do you like have anything on when you sleep? Like a fan or anything?
I'm always on.
That's terrifying. No, I've usually got the fan. I usually have the TV on too.
I don't even have a fan. I got the ceiling
Lights.
fan.
You do. You have a fan right there.
I'll be damned.
Do you not visit this side of the room often?
Guess not.
Huh. Just a thought. A little bit of background noise might help you out.
No, that's a window fan. I can't turn it on.
Why not?
I have to open the window.
Prop it up against something. It's fine.
No, it's basically useless without the window being open.
No, it makes noise. It circulates air.
Okay, the noise part isn't what I need, Dalton.
It circulates air.
Not particularly well without the window open.
I don't know how to save you.
I'm always on.
I know. Thank you, Bruce Banner. Anyway, you got anything else this week's Variety Hour?
No, we're only 25-ish minutes in. You got to come up with something.
I've got nothing else.
No, Salty, you're unemployed. You've been having the time of your life.
No, I was planning to have the time of my life, thank you very much. And lo and behold, Monday rolls around and I got a job. I'm very upset about it. Granted, I left that job that night. But Tuesday rolled around and then I got another. I am the king of miscreant jobs today.
No, when do you start at your con man job?
Monday.
That's 2 weeks you were jobless.
Yeah, but it really only feels like one.
Jesus.
Like, I feel like I've done more work this week finding a job than I do normally working at a job. Yeah. And it's not like things aren't productive. Like, I'm getting stuff done. It always just comes to, like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, man, I got to go to bed. I got to get up in the morning. And I'm like, oh. Actually, no, I don't. So I guess I'll just stay up until 5 a.m. because those are my normal operating hours. And
I'm not sure if I'm disappointed in you or if I'm disappointed for you.
both. Let's go with both.
I would like for one to outweigh the other,
Yeah.
but I don't know which way to lean.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to lean.
So let's just say, theoretically,
Hypothetically.
you had 2 weeks off work.
Okay.
Do you do anything different?
What do you mean, do I do anything different?
Adrian doesn't go out and do things. Adrian doesn't really change up himself.
I do everything I do, but I do it more. That's what so when I first moved out to grad school, there was a month where I didn't have a job. It was a month where I did a lot of work.
Yeah.
My last quarter in grad school, I only worked 10 hours a week. That quarter, I did a lot of work.
I cleaned the house. Tried to have some tequila one night because I'm like, unemployed, better get some cheap tequila. Doesn't exist in St. Joe anymore. So I just had cheaper rum instead. It's not bad.
Dalton, you look like a rum drinker.
You have to have the taste of unemployment too. And the taste of unemployment is
Bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf tequila. $10 a gallon. Cheaper than gasoline.
Not trained, toot toot.
Anyway, if you like this kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. This is Variety Hour on Strip Cover Lit, something we try to do at least once a week. Kind of spice things up a little bit. But we also do literary reviews and analysis for a number of different texts. If you'd like to help us create more great content like this here on Strip Cover Lit, there is that link to our new and improved Patreon in the description below.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.